singer.
I know exactly who this is. God.
What is up, everyone? I'm Chris Knight, and you are watching The Real Review 3000 here with another episode of Unmasking the Masked Singer. Now, before we get to this episode and Group C's premiere, let's talk some business first, guys. Right here, this number is at 4419. That's our current subscribers. We need that up to 5,000 subscribers by January 1st of 2021, and you guys can help. How can you help? Very simple. If you have not yet subscribed, this is the first time you've ever been here, check out some of our other videos. If you like what we're doing, please do me a favor. Smash that subscribe button. Smash the like button. Hit the bell so you know when we're coming out with new stuff. Consider helping us out with a PayPal donation. Reach out to us on Twitter at chrisknight5150. And you can email us, chrisknight@therrealreview3000.com. We are on Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, all sorts of different places. All of that information and more is down in the description box below. Now, let's get to Group C, and let's try to get this done as quick as possible. We had the Squiggly Monster. We had Mushroom. We had Jellyfish. We had Broccoli. And we had the lips. Now, that's the order that they went in. That's the order we'll talk about them. So first off, the Squiggly Monster. Sneak peek episode said it's very fitting that I have so many appendages. After all, I'm known for having a lot of hands to latch onto. They said, good evening, my fellow Americans. I choose the Squiggly Monster because people always roll their eyes at me, but now I can roll all mine at them. Let's see here. We see a salami link. Emperor Penguin are seen next to a sign that says Super Squiggly World. Ken John appears in the package. Pink balls of yarn, chocolate chip cookies, a man with a large pink bow tie and a monocle, a stethoscope, news desk, and DJ turntables. They're all there. Let's see here. They also say they have a patchwork of personas, the father figure and scoundrel, a hyperactive voice of the people, a worrywart, and a manic. And it says, I'm no Dumbo, and ladies, let's be honest, I'm easy on the eyes. Their first performance was, Have You Ever Seen the Rain by Creedence Clearwater Revival? And after the performance, they said, it's just awesome. I just want to make people happy and spread peace and love. And another thing is, this is actually the size of my real head. Huge brain. Now, the judges guessed Ray Romano, Al Franken, Dr. Fauci, which I thought was crazy, and Brad Garrett, which is kind of where I might go with this. Not Brad Garrett, but Bob Saget. I'm going to say Bob Saget, and here's the thing. I think the Squiggly Monster is going to get voted off tomorrow. Possibly. It's either between them and I think Broccoli. That's where I'm leaning, but I think it might be the Squiggly Monster. And Bob Saget fits several of these clues. First off, all the hands. And I'm known for having a lot of hands to latch on to, therefore it's good to have that many appendages. Full House. I mean, that kind of fits right into that. Also, the chocolate chip cookies, the things where I think he's cooking cookies on Full House, and Michelle, I think was her name, the youngest, was always, Michelle, I think it was always trying to steal them and stuff. And but he played the father figure on Fuller House, but he's known for a very raunchy set as a comic, which would be Scoundrel. So those fit. He played a doctor, so stethoscope. He was either on sports or some sort of, he was on the San Francisco News, I think, Good Morning San Francisco or something like that in Full House. And the news desk fits that. The turntable, I'm not I don't really know about that. But, you know, it fits some of these clues. And so that's where I'm going to go with it. it's a guess, but if you listen to him, it sounds kind of like him. He does have some videos out there you can go and listen to him sing. So we're gonna go with Bob Saget. Now next, the mushroom. The sneak peek episode said, if you want to know who's behind my mask, you'll need to figure out who's under my hats. It says, how does a mushroom grow up to be a healer and a scholar? I sprouted up underground, young, scrappy, and fungi. They say, let's see here. Now, they make numerous Hamilton references. There's a hot dog stand topped by a brown hat, a green grasshopper playing violin. There's cheese, gardening tools, a giant turnip with a tie. Then they say the rat race at a job that may surprise you. They say that their world turned upside down and they got their shot to turn a hobby into a career. It says people didn't understand them. People didn't understand them, but they kept growing and grinding until somebody said yes to this. Shroom, where it happens. Now I'm able to rise up and help others grow. It may have been a broken road to get here, but it means the world to share my story on this stage. Now, their first performance was This Woman's Work, which was the Maxwell version, I guess, but it was originally done by Kate Bush. Now, when asked if they turned to mush when they saw the costume, they said a bit yes. The earth is such a beautiful place, and as a mushroom, I want to remind everyone that we are all connected, or as the mushroom. Now, the judges guessed Donald Glover, Usher, and Frank Ocean. Now, originally, when the mushroom came out, there was a very feminine walk to it. So, I'm going to go with Billy Porter, drag queen. I'm pretty sure he can sing, and his voice was not. I don't want to mean this in a bad way, but wasn't that masculine. So it has a very feminine voice sound to it, but it is definitely a man there. So I think drag queen. I think that the way that they walked, all of that. Billy Porter seems to be a really good guess. We'll see what happens as this goes on, because I think they're going to stick around. Let's go to the next one, Jellyfish. The sneak episode clue was, I assure you that while I may be cold-blooded, I have a warm and glowing flow with H2O. I said something about being the Olympic medalist. Now, it could be one of the swimmers from the Olympic medal team, but I'm not positive about that. We'll get to it a little bit more here as we go on, but the first clue package has her sharing a little fairy tale with the book title, The Littlest Jellyfish. Once upon a time, I reigned supreme over an entire underwater kingdom, but after moving from coast to coast for so long, my castle started to feel like a gilded cage. Red and white fans, white lilies, an organ, steam pipes, a tiara, a flower crown, and baby powder all appear in the first package. It says that she got to branch out and experience things she missed out on, like making friends, going to parties, and being free. There's a sign that says new rules, no rough guys, no just can't get enough guys, no chest, always so puffed guys. There's a reference to Coachella with Glowjella. Says she's going with the flow, and a new adventure she's shown next to an angelfish and a stingray. And then her first performance was Big Girls Don't Cry by Fergie. And then on what made her decide to do the show, she said, Jellyfish have a powerful sting. I'm really competitive with myself, so I wanted to come here and prove something. Now, they said Gabby Douglas. The judges said Gabby Douglas, Aquafina, and Sophia Richie. Gabby Douglas isn't necessarily a bad guess, but I've watched a few things where she kind of sings, and I don't think that's her. But let's just go down the line of Gabby Douglas or Simone Biles, probably. I mean, that could be. I'm not saying it is. That's a good guess, somewhere in that Olympic range of gold medalists. But there's another one, Kyla Ross, from like the London Olympics. She's retired now, but She was known, I think, as one of or the youngest Olympic medalist on the gymnast team. And also, she's from Hawaii, so the flower crown, and she's only 5'1", so that kind of fits some of that. But it kind of fits a lot of the gymnasts, so I don't know. And the H2O reference still makes me want to think maybe a swimmer, but I'm still thinking this could be our Olympic medalist. Now, there's one more. Marsai Martin from Blackish, the girl in Blackish, the little one, or the youngest. I see that there's things out there saying she sings. I haven't really found anything, so I can't compare the voice or anything. But she was in a movie called Little. She's been in show business for her whole life. The baby powder could be a reference to that and not gymnasts. So there's some stuff in there that could go to her, but I'm kind of at a loss right now. I'm thinking it's a gold medalist of some sort, because we're still needing one of those. So unless I'm wrong somewhere else, which I have been wrong because of Mark Sanchez, I'm thinking this is our gymnast or our gold medalist. So I'm going to lean with probably a gymnast because the very, very thick platform shoes that they wore. I'm thinking it's somebody really small. And so that's why I'm going with gymnast, possibly. Let's go down and talk about the broccoli. Now, the broccoli, man, I was trying to figure out that voice, and I think I might have figured it out. Now, the sneak peek episode clue was, I'm broccoline, mean, heart-pumping machine, and after all, it's how I got my six-pack. Now, the first clue package started off with a TikTok video with 60 million likes, 75 comments on it. First, you snap 2, 3, and then broccoline, back 2, 3. Then, let's see here. There's a soup can. There's dogs made out of peppers, cheese, a mariachi band, a yellow sports car with license plate LD1ESMN. I'm trying to figure out what that says, but I think it's ladies' man. So, I have an idea here, but let's keep going. And a car wash appear in the first package. A contest greased the wheels for my career, and now I'm so humbled to work with the biggest artist. Calls himself a kid rolling with OGs, but performing is his passion, and he's been on many stages. Now, first performance was House is Rockin', whole lot of shaking going on, medley by Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jerry Lee Lewis. That's the two artists. And then when I asked if he's a big fan of broccoli, he said, I love broccoli. I eat it all the time because I believe in eating healthy. The judges' guesses were Bill Murray, Howie Mandel, and Steve Guttenberg. And I don't think it's any of them. I just don't think so. And Bill Murray, I think he's done some singing, but I think it's more just, I don't know. I don't think he's that type of singer. I'm thinking Paul Anka. Now, if you don't know who Paul Anka is, he's written stuff for Tom Jones and for Wayne Newton, which leads me to that whole, he's worked with some of the biggest artists. He's been on many stages because he himself has had a pretty good career. And the voice, if you go and listen to some of the stuff from like 2018, like some of his live performances, and you listen to this one, it sounds almost dead on, guys. I'm going to stick with Paul Anka. If broccoli is voted off, we'll see. Like I said, I believe it's going to be broccoli or the Squiggly Monster. I don't think Paul Anka deserves to be voted off, but I'm not sure if the way he sings right now, or at least the way he sang that song, The House is Rockin', is really going to get it in this contest. So I think he's going to have to up his game or change his song style to really accentuate how he sings. So it could be him that gets voted off, or the Squiggly Monster. But like I said, I think Squiggly Monster could be, might be, maybe be Bob Saget, and broccoli might be Paul Anka. So we'll have to see. We'll see who gets voted off. Last but not least was the one that did get voted off this time, The Lips. We know it's Wendy Williams. If you guys didn't know that when you heard her, I don't know, because it was very obvious. But said if you want to hit the original sneak peek episode said, if you want to know a hint about me, I am who I am. I know my voice can go high, but my dishes go deep. Talk show host. Kind of ran right there. I was completely wrong when I said cook, but when you heard her, it was just so obvious. Her first clue package showed a roller skating rink, leopard skates, a kangaroo on skates, a disco ball, cheese fries, a giant nose, a number 12 jersey, a giant ear, a vanilla ice cream with cherries on top. And then it says, you may have strong opinions about me, but I always speak my truth. She says she has a big mouth and loves making waves. She's shown at the West Wing Snack Bar, WW. Isn't that fire? She says she's been shocking the public for decades. She's shown getting electrocuted. As she says, her fans would never expect her on the show. First performance was Native New Yorker by Odyssey. Instead of choosing lips costumes, she says, why not? They're sexy, and when I do get my filler, they're this big before they deflate. Jenny, you know what I'm talking about. So guesses were Sandra Bernhardt, which I didn't think was a bad one, but Wendy Williams was guest, Allison Janney, and Mariah Carey, which, of course, I don't think that's ever going to happen. But it was Wendy Williams. I think she just did it to have a good time, and that's the type of lady she is. So that was really fun. It was really interesting. Yeah, so with that said, guys, let's just go with, like I said, I think it's going to be the Squiggly Monster. I think that's who we're going to have voted off. Let's hope it's Bob Saget. Guys, again, thank you for watching. If you know who these guys are, just put it down in the comments below. And then don't forget, guys, to like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Help us out with a PayPal donation. Really would appreciate it. Reach out to us on Twitter at chrisknight5150. Email us, chrisknight@therealreview3000.com. Facebook, Patreon, all that stuff. All the information you need to know and more down in the description box. Guys, I am Chris Knight. This has been The Real Review 3000, and I'm officially out of here.
Hey guys, thanks for checking us out. Be sure to subscribe to both channels, and make sure to check out our friends in the Fandom Minutes. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and BitChute, and you can also send us an email at sean@sean-stackhouse-reacts.com and chrisknight@therealreview3000.com. And be sure to swing by our Teespring store to pick up some awesome merchandise.